Hello world, I'm me. Just wanted to give a quick update on the recce I walking animated a while ago. It's under an open hardware license, so you're free to do whatever you like with it. Build, modify, sell it. It was originally designed for a chap who was partially sighted, and he ended up bumping into walls. Now I don't have access to that model anymore, but all we changed was a beeper, as it was a bit embarrassing, and changed it to a vibrating motor. Now, the recce just uses sound to detect the distance and help the user find the depth of the object, sending a signal to the motors that will vibrate at different strengths to give the user feedback so they can determine depth. Let's have a look at the previous versions and see what's changed. So let's start with the basics. This is it in its raw form, along with some of the chips that we use later on. So after the first attempt, I said I'd replace the beeper with a motor. This is just the rumble pack from a PlayStation controller. Later on, we replaced this with coin motors. It's a bit of a rat's nest, but it made it easy to swap parts around and reprogram it as needed. Version 3 was a bit of a vertical model. Nothing really changed with how it works, but the thinking was it could be used as a type of object or minesweeper, allowing the user to build a mental image of complex objects or find obstacles on different levels. Here I just use a wrist guard for skateboarding. This is still version 3, but it's just cleaned up a little bit. It still attaches to the wrist and has 3 motors at the bottom, like the previous version. These are fire off at different locations and at different strengths, so the user can gauge depth and create a mental map. The last version combines the two, so the user can avoid obstacles at different levels, or by flipping the switch you can just use the bottom one as an obstacle sweeper. As mentioned before, this is all under a hardware license for anyone to use. Plans can be found on my website or GitHub. If anyone's having trouble building this, look online for your local makerspace. Just remember, have fun, keep creating. It was originally designed for someone who has... It was originally designed for a chap who was partially sighted and he ended up bumping into things. The original model was made for a chap who was partially Now I don't have access to that one anymore, but what I did was change